Welcome everybody to the Latin Nerds Network. My name is Jose and this is my review for Night Swim 2024. Brand new years. Very exciting. Of course, Happy New Year's to everyone out there. The first movie of the year, of course. And usually it's hard to get excited when it comes to the restart of the movie season, right? Because January is generally kind of one of the couple of months out of the year that's like the dumping ground for movie studios, right? They put the movies that they know aren't good or aren't going to succeed because a lot of people really don't go to the movies during that time. Kids going back to school, et cetera, et cetera. So it's hard to get excited about it, but sometimes there are some decent ones. Even last year, we got Megan, which was actually a surprise hit. I actually joined that film, kind of a slash horror thriller film by Blumhouse Productions, who happens to produce this film, of course. So that kind of caught my eye to some degree because maybe they can strike lightning twice. And I gotta say, after seeing this film, I can easily say this is the worst movie of the year I've seen so far. And I know, bad joke, and it doesn't really mean much. This is actually the only film I've seen this year. It's going to be probably the first film anyone's going to see this year if you go out to see this movie. And I'll say this because this one really, this one just kind of failed, or it did everything which wrong, which Megan did right, and I'll get to that in a second. But those are unfamiliar with what Night Swim is. It was based, it's been targeted as a new horror film, I guess, starring Wyatt Russell, of course, the son of one Kurt Russell, who I'm a big fan of. And he is an ex ball player and a pro ball player, and he's injured now, out of the league, and he's trying to recover and all that. He moved his family, a couple of kids, his wife, out to the suburbs. They bought a new house. They found a house with a pool, which they kind of cleaned up and refilled, and he felt that the pool might be good for him to kind of as far as physical therapy and all that. So there's some motivation behind it. But they soon discovered that the pool isn't what it's cracked up to be. There's some sort of entity or haunting, possession, whatever, in the pool, something like that. It sounds kind of stupid, but at the same time, listen, we've seen haunted mansions, haunted houses, haunted parks. We never really see a haunted pool, so this could have been an interesting premise, and I kind of dug the trailer a little bit, but I gotta say, this movie just didn't hit home, man. It's not good. It's a short running time, an hour and a half, so that's on the plus side. I like Wyatt Russell, so it's a couple of positives, and that's pretty much where I'll leave it. Because essentially, listen, like I said with horror films, right? They just have to be scary, right? Or a good thriller for it to be successful. They don't have to be the best stories or the best acting and all that, because we're seeing a lot of, on paper, really bad horror films that actually work. And what worked for Megan, we took a good concept, but it was fun and entertaining, right? I knew what it was. This one here, it just failed. In terms of pure horror, it's a big time fail. It's just not scary. A couple minor scenes, little minor jump scares, and you're trying to cheapen its way into your horror hearts, if you will. But it just didn't work. There's one scene was kind of interesting, like I guess towards the middle of the film, when the young daughter's in the pool, which I kind of liked. But besides that, the visuals just weren't there. The mood wasn't really set. It was very slow and boring. Time I got to the third act, it was kind of silly and didn't make any sense. And even when they got into the explanation of what exactly was in this water in the pool, it just was so unexplored and just kind of like, okay, didn't really stand out. They did nothing with that idea or really explain it well enough for you to get vested in what was going on, which is kind of odd because apparently, whoever has owned the house before, someone's always gone missing, and that could have been something interesting to explore, but it just kind of feel flat. By the time you get to it, you kind of just checked out anyway, and that's the problem. I was checked out because, listen, like I said, get me interested, right? Give me some good imagery. Give me something for me to attach myself, because I came to see a good horror film or a horror film, period, and I didn't get that. At PG-13, I should have expected that. Listen, I don't need blood and all that stuff. I don't need people to die, but it'd be nice to have somebody die, I guess, and we don't really get that per se. But overall, it falls flat. It doesn't work, and ultimately, if it's not scary, it's pointless. And this is what this is. This is a movie. This is exactly the kind of film that you put in January. Just put it out there. Some people get tricked and go watch it. Maybe you enjoy it. I doubt it, but it's definitely not making do something like that. Expecting something like that, and look elsewhere. If this is not it, a failure, but that's okay. It's only the first film of the year. It can only go up from here. I gotta look at the bright side, right? It can only go up from here, because if it gets worse than this, wow, okay. I don't want to depress myself. The year just started. But that being said, Night Swim, you guys are gonna check it out. If you do, comment below, let me know what you guys thought. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe below, and feed money to go to the movies and talk about it afterwards. See you guys next time.